Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting. As we speak, Treasury Consulting is a multi asset and multinational hedge fund. By multi asset, I mean we actively covering our positions in multiple asset classes. And by multinational, I mean we actively cover at multiple locations. But like I repeated many a times, and I would continue to repeat all the times that we are a proprietary hedge fund. By proprietary, I mean no third party. Let me repeat, no third party can invest capital in our fund. Please take a note of that. We agree or we do not agree. We are living in a world of depression. We are living in a world of volatility, in the world of erratic attitude of financial market and manipulations. There is hardly any evidence as we speak which is left which cannot prove this point. That's an unfortunate fact that majority of the people, even after having all this, not been able to understand that. Today, when I was doing my research, I got to know that there is a study which is 9 out of 10 option traders, shortly known as derivative traders, lose their money. And that really pushed me to think that 9 out of 10 means 90% of the derivative traders lose money. I know few people on Twitter. I went there and I saw every day they are saying we won 1 million rupee, we won 2 million rupee, we won 3 million rupee, we won. But this study is saying that 90% of the investors lose. Do you know why we lose the money? We lose the money because of two reasons. Number one is definitely the knowledge. I have interacted with enough people in my life. Currently, I am around 38. In the banking career, in the treasury career, I interacted with several people. And even today, I am interacting with several people. And one thing which I can say openly, and I challenged many people openly, is that the knowledge. We hardly bother about the knowledge. We hardly bother about the updates which we are having. We hardly bother about this. I don't know when we really wanted to update ourselves. I'll show you. This is a 50-pager document which I downloaded from the internet. Now, this document is nothing but a research report by a hedge fund. I can show you the front piece also, but I am not showing because once I would be reading, then I would be making a video. This is a 60-pager document which I printed on the internet. And this report is in public. So it is not that this report is highly confidential, secretive, it is in public. Now, when I studied, I took a printout of this report. I'm going to be reading this line by line. And why I would be reading this line by line? Because this hedge fund is a well-known hedge fund. And I wanted to see that what is their opinion about the equity, currencies and commodities market in 2023. And similarly like this, I continue to take a print of the reports. Guys, please understand that knowledge is the most important thing you are holding. This is the thing which differentiates you from rest of the world. And if you do not focus on the knowledge, then I am telling you the volatility level would continue to rise as the time would progress. Unfortunately, the media is focusing that the IT industry worldwide is cutting job. And that's a fact. Like Amazon is cutting 18,000 people, Google cutting 12,000 people, Microsoft cutting 11,000 people, Facebook already done with 11,000 people. Today, the largest software company, SAP, not to give any introduction, they cutting, I think, 3,000 people. IBM, International Business Machines, they cutting around 4,000 people. Almost all top companies are cutting. But there is a huge cutting going in the financial sector also. But unfortunately, this is not coming on the surface as we speak. But very soon it will come on surface also. I give you one simplistic example. In 2020, there was a hype worldwide which is called robo advisory. Now, what is robo advisory? Robo advisory, or alternatively known as AI advisory. AI means artificial intelligence or machine learning advisory. It means that computer driven algorithms would manage the portfolio of the person. This is the robo advisory. So a portfolio manager who is taking a mechanical call, he or she won't be taking any mechanical call. It is the computer who would be deciding. Today, 2023, just 1 month of 2023, and please open Google and check yourself. Many robo advisors worldwide are either closed or they are on the verge of closure. Why? The automated softwares which they deployed, which is also known as high frequency trading, to an extent, it collapsed. But unfortunately speaking, no one wanted to debate on this topic. The reason being, the private equity and the venture capitalist firm who invested heavily, they do not want this to be debated. So very important thing which you need to understand, which you need to learn, is the knowledge. And by the time you are not learning that, you are bound to lose the game. To me, it hardly matters. I'm not getting any professional benefit if you turn out to be a knowledgeable person. Like I said, I make videos because I believe in the theory and the philosophy and the great preachings of Lord Shiva. He always said and he always followed that big powers come with big responsibility, which means if you're holding power, you are responsible too. That's the reason I shoot this video. But now it is official that 9 out of 10, which means 90% option traders or derivative traders in India lose. But if you check Twitter, tomorrow is Friday, working day, you will see people pasting the MTMs on the Twitter just like they are the upcoming Bill Gates. So please wake up, guys. Please improve your knowledge. That's more important. The time which is about to come would be more complicated than you are thinking. Probably the level of complications may grow more than what even I not envisaged. I'm telling you, effective 1st January 2023, almost every day, one or another new company name is coming up in the public. And why it is coming up in public? Because of the job cuts. Even people from top notch management institutions, without quoting any specific name, they are also asked to step down. And I even heard that the people getting crores of rupees of salaries, the companies are asking them to step down. This is a reality. Rest, I leave this on you. To conclude, if you wish to stay in the financial market in long run, if you really wish that you continue to possess the long term profitability in financial market, the only thing that can save you is the knowledge. Because if you are knowledgeable, you know what to do and what not to do. And majority of the people, those who are not knowledgeable, they are dependent on others, they are dependent on media, they are dependent on magazine, they are dependent on the newspapers, they are dependent on these lofty promises by the startups, by the startup founders. They always end up losing. Paytm, Zomato, Policy Bazaar, Nika, Delivery, I not invested a single rupee of my fund in these companies. And even, if Oyo, I would say Swiggy or any other loss making company get approval of the IPO, I'm not going to be investing my money. Why? I look at the balance sheet. Before investing in any company, I first look at the balance sheet. I look at the intrinsic value of that stock. Before investing any stock, I first check the balance sheet. I check the intrinsic value of that stock. And after checking the intrinsic value of that stock, I check the whole, prospect, the going concern, and everything about that stock. And once I feel comfortable, then I buy the stock. Guys, 1 year ago, our beloved media hyped IT stocks in India. And many mid-tier IT stocks, they are like way beyond imagination without giving any name in public. Way beyond imagination. And I was like, what the hell? What is this going on? What is this going on? I not invested a single rupee in this period in the IT sector. Single rupee. I kept myself away from the IT sector. Even today, as we speak, I am keeping myself away from IT sector and would continue for the time being. Today, these mid-tier IT companies, without quoting any specific name, they are down by 50% minimum. And why 50%? It is called hype. The problem with ourselves is that we really don't wish to upgrade our knowledge. We believe that this is a responsibility of somebody, this is a responsibility of newspaper, magazine. They will upgrade our knowledge. Why we upgrade our knowledge? And this is the reason we lose. Majority of the investors in India, they do not know what is intrinsic value. You must be thinking why I am saying this. Every day I am getting WhatsApp messages where people asking me, like I tell you, few days ago I got a WhatsApp message. He said me, ONGC is at 152. Now it is at intrinsic value. We can buy. No, I replied him that, are you telling me or you are asking from me? He's saying, I am asking from you. ONGC is at 152. I said, tell me one thing. how do you know ONGC is at intrinsic value? He said 152 is a reasonable price and I think it is at intrinsic value. I said, very good. So according to you, ONGC 150 is intrinsic value. Good. I asked him three questions. What is the balance sheet strength of ONGC? And few other technical questions. He was clueless. In the evening, he later replied that what is intrinsic value according to you? I said, I gave him a reply, which I don't wanted to put in the public, but having said that, ONGC at 150 is not at intrinsic value. It is much below than intrinsic value. And with this, I'm not telling anyone to buy ONGC. Because I know in the countries like India, the people having strong balance sheet, having fundamental business model, having profitability, they are taken below par. While the loss-making companies, year and years of losses, accumulated losses of more than 15,000 crores, debt-ridden companies, huge loss-making companies, they are trading higher. So I'm not saying anyone to buy ONGC. I'm telling you one thing, that we even do not know what is intrinsic value. Like, you please go on a website called Ticker Tape and you type any stock. They will tell you this stock is trading above intrinsic value or below intrinsic value. Come on, guys. Don't tell me whether this is above intrinsic value or this is below intrinsic value. Tell me what is intrinsic value. And they will never tell you this. And in few cases, they will even mention on their website, there is no sufficient data. Now, when a company is public, to compute intrinsic value, you need to take at least 5-year data. So today, if I need to compute the intrinsic value of Paytm, I just need the last 5-year data. That's it. Not more than that. In the last, based on 5-year data, I can easily compute the intrinsic value of the Paytm. So I don't need 20 years, 30 years, 40 years data to compute the intrinsic value. And in many cases, Ticker Tape mentioned do not have sufficient data. And I fail to understand what do you need to compute, because you are saying you do not have sufficient data. So guys, have knowledge. That's more important thing. Knowledge is the most important barometer which can save you from the depression. Remember and carefully remember. If you are thinking this is the last depression, then in 2000, 22 years ago, people thought that this is the last depression. In 2008 also, many Einstein, Edisons and Newtons said this is the last depression. In 2015 also, many Einstein, Edison said this is the last recession. And in 2023 also, the same Einstein, Edisons are saying this is the last depression. So this isn't the last depression. Take a note of that. Rather, the more time progress, the more we move 2024 and more, we will see more volatility, more fluctuation, more erratic attitude of the markets. The people who hold the knowledge will save. The people who do not hold the knowledge will perish. And this is what it is happening. Millions of crypto investors lost in Luna and various other coins. Millions of crypto investors. Many Bollywood celebrities, Ranveer Singh, this person who worked in Wikidonor, I don't know his name, and many other Bollywood celebrities, they promoted the crypto coins. without having any experience, expertise, and working knowledge about crypto. And what is the end result? The end result is millions of investors invested in crypto and they lost it. They simply lost it. And I was watching, like, I remember when Bitcoin was around 55K. One thing that pushed me not to sleep is that how come Bitcoin reached 55K? And I was like, what is this? And as we speak, Bitcoin is about 23K. It touched the low of 16K. Just imagine if somebody had purchased at 55K and when the Bitcoin reached 16K, how much loss he hold and how long he can continue. That's more important thing. Today it is 23K, and do you know, today also one crypto exchange fired 35% of the staff. One more crypto exchange, 35% of the staff. And if you are thinking that the crypto mess is done, then please wait for the appropriate time. You will get a reply from the market. Henceforth, guys, the very important thing which we need to learn, which we need to appreciate, and which we need to adhere is the knowledge. This is what I can say. To me, I once again repeat, hardly make any sense how many views, like, dislike, all these I am getting. To me, it hardly make any sense. Because I know one thing, that I am doing my job, which Lord Shiva told me, that big power come with big responsibility. If I holds the big power, then I am doing my responsibility also. If I am able to wake a single person from this video, my job is done. That's more important. Rest you leave on the time. As the time would progress, you will yourself see the level of volatility in the markets. This is Rahul Magan from Treasury Consulting Group. You knew my personal number, +91 98 99 242 978. I repeat, +91 98 99 242 978. In case of more information, you can visit our fixed income platform, www.fixedincome.global. www.fixedincome.global. Thank you.